Good morning. My name is Aubrey, and I'd like to introduce you and welcome you to the chapter on design exercise programs. In this video, you will learn how to incorporate your knowledge about exercise science to help you design and develop a variety of exercise programs to suit your client's needs and goals. This module brings all the learning together for you to design, plan, and map out comprehensive exercise programs. The ability to design and plan programs is important because you need to be able to help your client plan their exercise whilst you also consider their needs and goals. In this way, you enhance motivation, encourage adherence, and create enjoyable and safe programs and routines for them to follow. Today's video will introduce you to the exercise program planning, example of a training plan, and the actual program layout. We will be looking at the training plan initially. As part of the training plan, we will be looking at the overall fit concept as discussed in training methods. We will also be looking at the exercise prescription as well as the program implementation. Let's look at the actual training plan. The training plan is an overall map of the fit principle components covered in the training methods chapter. This is essential to the exercise program as this serves as an important core ingredient to a successful and scientific exercise program. Training plans are also useful for helping clients to understand the logic behind the prescription. Exercise prescription. Once the fit for the client is known, the goal setting, the level of fitness of clients, and the equipment availability, taking into account all these factors will affect the overall exercise prescription for the client session. The principles remain the same irrespective for the modality of the exercise session. And lastly, the program implementation. This is then following the actual plan drawn up using the fit plan. The very important reason why one has to follow the fit plan and subsequent program and exercise selection is that the program now has a scientific approach to it, together with it being structured and organized and ultimately professional. With every program or training plan, there is certain important information one needs to obtain before the actual implementation of that program. We are going to be having a look at a couple of these, which consists out of medical screening, client's present lifestyle status, client's habits, knowledge of time and days when client is available to train, and lastly, if there's any medical clearance required. Let's look at medical screening initially. The reason why one needs to do a medical screening is to investigate the client's history of illness, injury, rehabilitation, medication, etc. These elements were covered in detail in the screening chapter, which we've covered under the ST module. The results hereof could give you an indication of what the limitations are with regards to your client's ability to perform a certain exercise or what exercises they can't perform. Point number 2, your client's present lifestyle status. These can include nutrition, stress levels, your client's physical fitness levels. The latter was covered in the assessment and testing section together with screening under the ASTE module for fitness and SCPR for coaches. Thirdly, your client's habits. This is an important component of setting up a training plan. This looks at likes, dislikes, and the manner in which your client goes about in the exercise training program. This information could also give you important background information on what your clients enjoy, what exercise your clients dislike, and also what exercises your client fear. This component needs to be an important component for trainers because as a trainer, one needs to take into account that not all exercises that the trainer likes might be that of the like of the actual clients. Also, One also needs to take into account that even though the client does not like a certain exercise, that certain exercises are more beneficial to them than rather not doing them. So there's a fine balance in understanding the client's habits, which will incorporate the likes, dislikes, and the manner. Knowledge and time is the fourth section under setting up and the training plan. The reason why this is important, it gives you important information on when your client is available to train based on the day-to-day schedules and when they have access to the gym or any other fitness facility. Also, there might be days when the client may not be able to train at the gym due to other prior commitments, and as a result, they may train in the comfort of their own home or whilst away on holiday. You as a trainer should come up with alternative means and ways to always assist your client maintain a good level of fitness even whilst away from gym and not training with you. And then lastly, the reason for the required medical clearance is to look at, is your client at risk for any exercises? What are these risks? And how are you going to go about incorporating certain exercises into your training plan? If your client scored high in the risk screening process, it is then beneficial for your client to be referred to relevant experts, maybe being a physician, doctor, dietitian, biokineticist, or physiotherapist. Once the medical screening is then complete and returned, and the client is clear to go, you should have received a detailed report from the relevant professional and take this into account when developing your exercise program. For an example, if your client has a history of knee injuries, the specialist who cleared your client should give you a detailed exercise selection of what you can and what you can't incorporate into your client's training program. This might involve avoid heavy jarring movements should someone have a knee problem, and instead of using exercises like a clean and jerk or any power exercises, the focus should not be on power or performance but rather in strengthening and improving functionality of that joint.